world, it's Stuart Pike.
So big-time darts, breaking new ground here in Southeast Asia. And get ready for some top-quality Singapore slinging over the next few hours here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. Wade and Wright to get us underway. A tasty hors d'oeuvre for the feast to follow, with the likes of Barneveld and Whitlock and Taylor and Van Gerwen. But now it gets serious. The World Series comes to Singapore, and that means that James Wade gets ready to make a challenge for another title.
He certainly does do it. It was interesting in his little piece before this match when he said he now thinks that he's ready to win a tournament. And I quite agree with him. He really has got this consistency, this machine-like game back that made him 7 times, a major winner. And Peter Wright is coming into this perhaps with a little bit of negative in his head after losing first round to Stephen Bunting in the match play. Would that have hurt him? We're going to certainly find out tonight. But certainly in for some great darts for the whole evening, all 4 games. No boundaries really, Stu. We keep talking about 9 darters. Well, it'd be great to have one tonight.
Well, that's big TV tournament. And a lot of this crowd will come to see Taylor tonight. I'm absolutely sure about that. But yeah, Peter Wright,
thank you, ladies and gentlemen,
lost in the first round of the match play.
Game on.
Described it as his worst performance of the whole year. And now Wade to get us underway. This is pretty good for starters, isn't it?
I was just about to say, his first 3 darts in the match play were at 180, and I thought we was going to have him start off with a maximum straight away. It's all important to get into your stride quickly, especially if you've got the throw in the first leg. Get down to that double, take the double out, put the pressure on your opponent from the very first darts.
Well, James Wade, for me, a totally different player. He had that purple patch when he won all those major tournaments. And, of course, there's much publicised health issues. But the last 6 months, for me, James Wade is looking like the real deal again. And, when he says that he feels he's due another big TV title, you have to believe him. He was impressive at Blackpool. This is an impressive opening leg indeed. 140, 140, 140, 81 left after 9.
60, James Unicorn 81.
When you go up on that stage, you're thinking, I want to settle down quickly. Doesn't get much better than this. Don't think he's going to go for the 12 bullseye. No, it's come down for the double 10 now for the first leg. 71. Just inside. And if he was going to miss that, Stu, he'd have wanted to miss it on the outside. His favourite doubles are the tops and the 10s. Chasing up to the 5, he splits that. Could be a bit of a problem.
140, James Unicorn 10.
Well, as one-sided an opening leg as you could probably wish to see. James Wade wins it in 30. We're in the last World Series event in Dubai in May. It was Peter Wright. Well, he thought it was him. He was about to celebrate. But in Dubai in May, James Wade came mighty close to beating Michael Van Gerwen in the first round, losing a last leg decider. Van Gerwen really made to fight for his win and went on to win the tournament, of course. And he beat Peter Wright in the final. But yep, Dubai, Singapore, the players then head off to Perth and Sydney. And very much in the mix for more countries to join darts World Series in 2015, as the game continues to expand all around the world, but hugely popular here in the Far East.
140.
Yes, it's an incredible story, it really is. It's only 15 years ago we were playing in holiday camps in the middle of winter in Yarmouth and in Eastbourne, but now we are playing in some of the biggest and brightest economies in the world. Treble 20 will leave him double 18 for Peter Wright's first leg on the board, and James Wade a long way off. So Peter Wright's going to get at least 3 more darts when he comes back. Will he go for that double 9? Not many players who like it. Maybe 2 and double 8.
PDC require 18.
He's going to split, isn't he? Yeah, 2 for double 8. Good thinking, good dart. Yeah, I think he made his mind up. The moment he missed the dart at double 18, he knew whatever James Wade had hit to put him under pressure, Peter Wright had already made his mind up. Good darts, good start. 1 apiece, race to 10.
100.
I don't know any player that likes that double 9. There are times when you have to go for it, but a lot of players now with 3 darts in the hand will go the 2 double 8 route.
83.
Got 1 leg apiece here, the first game in the Singapore Masters. Both players hold on to their throw very easily.
45.
There's a chance for Peter Wright. This little 140 here, give him the advantage.
42.
The shake of the head tells you, couldn't cash in. What a chance he had there to put real pressure early on the James Wade throw. World number 5, Peter Wright. World number 6, James Wade. First 180 of the Singapore Masters goes to the machine.
100.
Well, the way these guys are playing, we weren't going to wait long for that first maximum. And James Wade got a few darts in hand for this leg. Nice little 140, sets it up perfect. Not a bad 6 darts, so we'll give him a dart at double top. And Peter Wright has got to look at minimum 140 to put any pressure on at all.
100. PDC require 76.
It looks like being 3 comfortable holes of throw. Double 8. Don't often see James Wade over that side of the board. Prefers tops and double 10, but the result's just the same. Another good leg from James Wade. First 3 legs of the first ever Singapore Darts Masters, running 13, 14 and 14 darts. That augurs well for the rest of this opening night. James Wade here just keeps improving. 107.71 into the 4th leg. And there we have it. 20 points between them on the averages. But what a chance here for Wade. He's already stolen the darts.
Well, we see, and for the first time this year, really some inconsistency in Peter Wright's game when he plays Stephen Bunting in the World Match Play. On the other side of it, James Wade showed some real good form. He was 4-1 up in that game against Simon Whitlock, and he eventually went on and lost it. He's certainly improving week on week, is Wade.
Well, it's interesting when you talk about Peter Wright, surprise exit to many people at the World Match Play, regarded by many as the second biggest and most important tournament in World Darts after the World Championship. He said that he was just too overconfident going into the tournament. I don't think you could be critical of that. He has every reason to be confident at the moment, but I think he felt possibly that all he had to do was get up on stage and he was going to win, and he admitted that was his failing.
It's a danger, especially when you're playing someone like Stephen Bunting. He was the video world champion. A very, very good player. He's already won a tour event in the PDC system, so he was coming in with some form himself. But James Wade, this is where James Wade used to be so good. These 3 dart finishes. That's not a bad guide. Treble 20 just below it. Well, Peter Wright now 2 ways to go in here, Stu. Will he go straight for the treble 17, or will it be the 25 to guarantee himself for the bullseye with that 3rd dart? Looks like
this would be a huge hold of throw. Wade so dominant in this leg. Wright had 1 dart to save it. So this for the first crucial break. Well, he's already hit this once. Good dart, aggressive dart from James Wade. Goes 3-1 up. Comfortable in the end. But he's looking good. Peter Wright struggling to find his scoring. And that's the difference between the two players.
100.
The problem is with Wright, when he starts to get too far behind, there's coming up after this match. Simon Whitlock against the Premier League champion and 5-time champion of the world, big Dutchman Raymond van Barneveld. And then coming up, well, it doesn't get any bigger than Phil Taylor against Dave Chisholm, and Phil's going to have to be careful with Chis. He's playing well himself. And then last on the world #1 and world champion, mighty Michael van Gerwen against the Hammer. One of the most solid players in the last decade of playing. So an awful lot of darts to come this evening.
Oh, good darts. Needs this. But you know, Peter Wright is living the dream, isn't he? The darting dream, as Wade looks at another maximum here to take control. Well, he could have got another 6 in there. Dominant against a man who really has come of age in the last 12 months in big-time darts, Peter Wright. But it looks like he's going to go 4-1 down. Tops the target.
21.
Well, it's not the easiest checkout.
He missed the 91 in the previous leg. Now he needs that treble 20. He hasn't got it. And Wade does not miss the tops or the 10s very often to take a 4-1 lead. And there it is, straight in the middle from James Wade. It's dipped to just under the 100 average, but a good solid performance from the machine. And a problem here for Peter Wright now. He's really got to get this game going.
100.
It just goes to show, doesn't it? I was chatting an hour ago to Peter Wright in the practice room here at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. As James Wade, it's another 145, 140s, 2 180s, and he was practicing in between chatting, and he hit 180, 140, 140, 180, 180, and it's just totally different, isn't it, when you get up on that stage? And forever frustrating for darts players when they play so well in the practice room, they can't take the game up onto the big stage. But James Wade is.
Yes, it does happen, Stu, and sometimes it can happen the other way around, where you're playing rubbish in the practice room, but then all of a sudden your music starts, the adrenaline starts to run rich, you get on the stage and you find it straight away. I don't know how James Wade was practicing, but certainly he found it from the first 3 darts that he threw. And he's carrying it on, up to 102 average.
But you know, whatever happens here, 12 months ago, Peter Wright couldn't even have dreamed of playing in the World Series of Darts. Here he is, he's going to be in Singapore, Perth and Sydney, World Championship runner-up a year or so ago, but fantastic progress. Bullseye for Wade. Oh, the machine is motoring. It's 5-1 finish. It's another break of throw. Cruise control.
This is a brilliant start from James Wade. Really is taking the game to Peter Wright, forcing mistakes. And the righty missed that 91, then he missed the 119, and when you're playing an opponent that's playing like Wade is, you're going to have to take those shots out. You can't rely on him keep missing, and there, that percentage on the doubles, 5 out of 8, 63%. Yes, thank you very much, James Wade would say, if you see that.
Halfway there. But yeah, just go back to Peter Wright. A year ago, here he is, a year on, knocking on the door of the top 4 in the world. One of the great entertainers now in our sport. And, you know, he can't yet quite get his head around the fact that he goes to tournaments and sees hundreds of fans wearing the trademark wig and the colourful clothes, and you know, his support base has grown and grown and grown. A real character that backs it up on the dartboard as well.
Well, he's put the hard work in the practice and doing it right. He's made himself into a character to get the fans behind him and not against him. And Peter Wright not only done it on the dartboard, the business side of the game, Wright has been spot on as well. He may have his ups and downs, but certainly he's here to stay for a long time.
At the moment, tonight, not his right. All going wrong for Peter Wright. This for 6-1. That's a great dart. Double 18. Wow, what a performance this is from James Wade. An average of 103. He is playing quite beautifully. And James Wade already is just 3 legs away. It's one. Of the Singapore Darts Masters, and what a big splash James Wade has made. 6-1 up, averaging 103, and looking every bit a major winner again. What a lineup we have. Simon Whitlock against Raymond van Barneveld, the repeat of their clash at the World Match Play at the end of July. Phil Taylor against Dave Chisnall, and Michael van Gerwen against Andy Hamilton rounds up the opening night. Phil Taylor and Michael van Gerwen are seeded to meet in our final here on Saturday at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. Will it work out like that? The winner of this, by the way, will take on either Michael van Gerwen or Andy Hamilton in those semi-finals. It very much looks like being James Wade. Really, really impressive. All about being ruthless now. No sympathy for your opponent, get the job done, win 4 more legs, and away we go. Look forward to tomorrow, look forward to Saturday.
16.
Here comes Peter Wright.
140.
James Wade, just be thinking now,
100.
focus, focus and focus. Oh, good dart again from James Wade. Very, very impressive. Well, that's a 3rd maximum. He just has, doesn't he? He has the persona, the belief of somebody who knows he's going to win and knows he's going to win comfortably. And we've not seen James Wade regularly, consistently be as good as this for a long, long time. But he is good. He's very, very good. The signs have been good, to be fair, for perhaps 3 months or so.
Well, this sort of performance, he's going to take some beating. Peter Wright, this may get him back. Oh, that's a great shot. That's exactly what he needed to do, Stu. He needed to get something to get the motor running, get the adrenaline going, get him back into this game, get the crowd a little bit more noisy and on his side. But against James Wade, this is going to be a big task to get back to it. Wade, a great player, holding on to his own throat.
That's unlucky. Just sliding into the treble 5, but impressive from Peter Wright. That 116 finish might just be a little bit of a spark. You never write him off. It's a massive task to get back into this game. Good last start.
Very good last start. That's what he needed, just to keep edging in front. Put a little bit of pressure on James Wade. This is with the Wade throw. Now, Peter Wright to get himself well and truly back in the game. He needs to hit another big score.
99.
That's what he's done. Now he's got 3 darts lead on Wade.
We've got to break James Wade throw 3 times. If we did get to a decider, James Wade would throw first, and he's already 2 breaks down, so it's a huge, huge task to get back into this game for Peter Wright. But certainly, since the break, encouraging. On a 13-darter to win the leg against the throw, after taking the last leg, the 116 checkout. 1 leg at a time. He's ticked 1 off. Can he tick another off? 6-1 down. 6-2 becomes 6-3, and now it's interesting.
Now, it's very interesting. This is the leg where Peter Wright just firing a little. 12 darter would be absolutely perfect, but don't throw any more than 15 darts. Don't let James Wade back into this leg, because at 6-4 he will really start to believe that he's got chances. When you're behind, you tend to lose a little bit of that aggression. You think, well, I can't win from this. You relax a little bit, and then a little bit of the action comes back. But then when you think you've got a chance of winning, it could go the other way again. So Peter Wright's got to stay focused.
55.
Well, have we put the commentator's curse on James Wade? Didn't do, well, hardly anything wrong before the break. Well, that's better. Back in business with a 4th maximum. Yet to see one from Peter Wright.
93.
Needs to follow that maximum with a minimum of a ton. A ton 40 or ton 37 would be even better. Oh, that's absolutely perfect switch from Wade. He knew exactly what he required before he went to the board. That's why he switched to the 19s. Leaves a nice 140, 2 treble 20s, and one of his favourite doubles right at the end of his left hand, and the double 10.
You know, decent scoring. Peter Wright's picked it up. 16 140s already in this match.
100.
Plus the 4 180s from James Wade, of course. This to win another leg. 6-1 down. Can he get it back to 6-4? Great dart to leave double 8. Game on if he gets this. Massive dart. Biggest dart of this match. He can't see that much of the target. He's had to move across. Awkward. Awkward lie. Well, there you go. Clip the wire. Those 2 misses. Vital. Could have been 6-4. It's now 7-3. Has James Wade snuffed out the Peter Wright comeback?
Yes, that was a great leg from James Wade. It's exactly what he had to do. He had his throw broken, and I said that about right, you know, a 12 darter would be brilliant. 15 darts may be enough. 15 darts was not enough for Peter Wright. The 14 darter of James Wade. 180 really did set it up. 4 180s at the moment for Wade. Oh, we have the stats. 12 darter. 7 legs in between 13 and 15.
I was going to say, I mean, that's really good. Only 2 legs out of 10, one in more than in 15 darts. Impressive indeed in the opening match. Little slice of darting history here in Singapore.
140.
PDC continues to spread the darting gospel.
Yes, this is an incredible area around where these stadiums are. The football stadium just next to us. And we were down on the bay just for a nice little meal, and what a place that is down there. Where the big banks are, the financial part of Singapore. A very vibrant market as well.
Yeah, well, Singapore now one of the biggest financial centres in the world.
140. 68. Change your ball on 45.
Single 5.
Now, do you know what, Stu? When you drop a dart, James Wade's done exactly the right thing. He's just stepped back. When you bend over, a little bit of a head rush, but he stepped back. And that's exactly, you see a lot of people drop a dart, pick it up straight away and try and throw it straight away. You've just got to step back, compose yourself, and then move to the oche. That's exactly what James Wade did. Good, solid performance. He's still over the 100 average, 67% on doubles, 4 180s, 9 140s. Well, I think you could call that machine-like.
He's in the zone. He's in the event. He's 2 legs away from a semi-final. And if he plays like this, he's a challenger to win here in Singapore this weekend. It's life's pretty good for Wade in general, and that always helps, doesn't it?
I honestly believe, Stu, that the break from the Premier League has done him the world of good, because on the road for perhaps 16 nights would have just taken him down, and that I just think that ducking out of the Premier League just set him up. Since then, I think they've proven it.
And the prestigious Premier League attracting nearly 100,000 people from February to May, played all over the UK and Ireland, best players in the world. James Wade missing it for the very first time.
60.
I know he was. I think to say he was disappointed would be putting it kindly that he was left out. But I think in hindsight, he's spot on. Done an enormous amount of good.
He carries on playing like this, Stuart. I think you can guarantee he's going to be in next year.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be even more determined. You know, you're not going to leave me out again.
Well, sometimes when you get players that want to prove, you know, the establishment wrong, it actually does the establishment favours, because we want the best players. We all want to watch the best players, and James Wade now for 9-3, double top, straight in the middle. Another brilliant check out from Wade. As we said, this is a real fine performance. What I said, Stuart, when they start playing brilliant, it actually helps us out, because we want them to play their best darts. So if they prove us wrong, we say thank you very much.
A leg away. 9 out of 13 on the doubles, including 4 out of 6 on tops. Just really impressive. He looks relaxed. He's happy. He's playing well. Brutally honest as well, his assessment of where he was. James Wade won a big European Tour event back in June, the Gibraltar Darts Trophy. And don't be under any illusions how important that win was and will be for his career. His first tournament win in nearly 3 years. At the time, Wade knew the significance. As big as any of the TV events I've won, was his quote, because of what it meant and how significant it was. And he just carried on.
Well, it don't matter where you win, as long as you get the winner mentality back. Michael van Gerwen couldn't win, and he won on the youth tour several times, and also that gave him that extra confidence to move up and do it on the pro tour and then on the big TV stages. And that's what James Wade has done. He proved to himself that he's capable of winning tournaments again. And who's to say James Wade won't lift the trophy here tomorrow night in Singapore?
60. Major 193.
Well, double 18 to delay the inevitable, you feel, but well done, Peter Wright. That's a breaker throw, a nice 93 finish. But he's got to win, and win, and win, and carry on winning. That's one breaker throw. Surely from 9-3 down, there's no way back, but you never know. We've seen it so many times, haven't we, in this sport, where a player is a no-hoper and somehow turns it round. But the way that Wade's playing, you just can't see it.
Well, he's scoring well enough that you know he's going to get chances at the double. And when he's throwing quite a few times first to close the match out, it is a big task. We have seen some great comebacks. We talk about the Andy Hamilton against Simon Whitlock many years ago at the World Match Play. There's been a few others, but this one's going to be a big one.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, there will be millions of people watching around the world. In that tournament, Simon Whitlock led 15-9, lost 17-15 in one of the most remarkable matches of the modern era of the sport. And this will be a pretty remarkable comeback if Peter Wright could somehow get his way back from 9-3, but you just feel that 10th leg was all important. Wade leading 6-1 at the break. Peter Wright with a 13-darter and a tub-plus finish managed to win 2 legs. And he missed 2 darts at double 8 to make it 6-4. Wade punished him for 7-3 and giving it a go.
That is perfect as well. Oh, his favourite double 10, normally at the end of his left arm, and it certainly is again for James Wade.
What a way to win, and what a way to round off a quite fantastic performance from James Wade. 101 average, 71% on the doubles. I think it's fair to say James Wade means business here.